A capital murder suspect, 20-year-old Jordan Owens, is served a warrant at an apartment near 635 and Skillman in northeast Dallas last Thursday morning by the U.S. Marshals North Texas Fugitive Task Force. Body camera footage shows officers shouting commands for a few minutes.
I want to see hands when this door opens!
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a concerning issue that has been plaguing the streets of Dallas. Did you know that Dallas has experienced a staggering 40% increase in gang-related murders in the past year? It's a shocking statistic that demands our attention. Now, let's take a closer look at the recent spike in gang violence in Dallas and how it's impacting the community. The rise in gang-related homicides has created a sense of fear and unease among residents, highlighting the urgent need for intervention. So, what are the root causes behind this surge in violence? Gang rivalries, drug trafficking, and poverty have all played a significant role in fueling these senseless acts of violence. It's a complex issue that requires a multifaceted approach to address effectively. Law enforcement is facing numerous challenges in combating gang violence, including limited resources and widespread community distrust. These obstacles make it difficult to crack down on gang activities and prevent further bloodshed on the streets. One recent incident serves as a stark reminder of the severity of the gang violence problem in Dallas. The implications for public safety are dire, and it's clear that decisive action is needed to ensure the safety and well-being of all residents. In conclusion, collaborative efforts are essential in the fight against gang-related crimes in Dallas. We must come together as a community to support law enforcement and implement strategies that address the root causes of gang violence.
Police have charged 3 teenage boys for the murder of a 15-year-old girl during the weekend. Fox 4's Natalie Solis has the latest in this investigation.
15-year-old Ariel Charles, a 10th grader at Lancaster High School. Her family describes her as vibrant, a girl who loved to sing and dance at family gatherings. But her bright light suddenly extinguished Saturday evening at this Mesquite apartment complex on Driftwood Drive.
Officers immediately rendered first aid to the victim until paramedics arrived.
Despite life-saving efforts, Ariel was pronounced dead at the hospital. Relatives say she and 2 female teen relatives were at the apartment Ariel shared with her family, though her parents weren't home. 3 teen boys were invited over. How exactly the shooting played out, still under investigation, but police say they are certain they have their suspects, 2 15-year-old boys and a 14-year-old.
I can't get into the circumstances of what occurred. What I can say is that the suspects were known to the victim.
Police aren't saying who they believe pulled the trigger, but all 3 juveniles are charged with murder. 2 of the boys arrested a short time after the shooting, the 3rd arrested today.
So in situations like that, investigators have determined that at some point they all played a role in the offense. All 3 subjects did flee the location prior to officers' arrival.
Relatives say Ariel was looking forward to her Sweet 16 on July 4th. Now they're left to plan the funeral of the one they say loved to love on everyone else around her. Ariel's family is still working out the details, but they say they do plan to honor her with a vigil next Friday, May 7th at 5:30 at a park in Mesquite. Back to you.
It has been a violent weekend for one neighborhood in the South Oak Cliff area of Dallas. In these 2 blocks of Southern Oaks Boulevard, police are investigating 2 killings that happened within 6 hours of each other, including the fatal shooting of a 16-year-old boy. NBC 5's Keenan Willard spoke with neighbors who say it's a tragic reality their area is facing.
On Southern Oaks Boulevard in South Oak Cliff, 2 homicide investigations within 2 blocks. Dallas police say around 9 p.m. Friday, police were called to this apartment complex near 3300 Southern Oaks. They found a 16-year-old boy who had been shot. Police say the teen later died at the hospital.
I pray for the family, but it's happening over here all the time.
Neighbors say the teen's name was Traylon, and he leaves behind a young child of his own. Patricia Smith says she heard the gunshots from inside her apartment.
Bang, 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 bang. Just like that. And I'm like, oh my God.
Around 2 a.m. Saturday, just 5 hours after the teen was shot and killed, Dallas police were called to this apartment complex down the street near 3500 Southern Oaks Boulevard. Investigators say they found a man dead here, calling it an unexplained death. The medical examiner's office identified the victim as 38-year-old Victor Taylor Jr. and listed his death as a homicide. Days later, this scene shows signs of an act of violence. In the stairwell below Taylor's apartment, the walls are marked with bloodstains, too graphic to display. The door to the victim's apartment has also been broken in.
And that's sad. That's sad.
Neighbors say 2 homicides on their street in the same night is tragic, but some say they're not surprised.
I always hear gunshot, but I'm not getting up looking, but that's happening over here all the time.
In Dallas, Keenan Willard, NBC5.
Police arrested 2 alleged gang members for the murder of a 14-year-old in Dallas. Manuel Edwards was shot and killed in September. His murder was the subject of a trackdown segment with Fox 4's Sean Rabb. Tips generated from that segment helped police eventually find the people responsible for the death. Police are still searching for a 3rd suspect. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager spoke with the teen's mother after she learned the news of the arrests. Peyton.
Heather, Dallas police say anonymous tips came in identifying the 2 suspects, saying they were known gang members in the neighborhood. Now those 2 suspects are in the Dallas County Jail tonight facing capital murder. Friday, in a field near Fair Park, a memorial to honor 14-year-old Manuel Edwards still stands after more than 2 months. The teen's mother, Cynthia Edwards, says the cross and flowers were not to move until she knew who took her son.
I'm finna get justice. All we wanted was justice, and we finna get it. Thank you, Jesus.
Edwards received a call Friday at work. 2 men police say are connected to her son's murder are now in custody. 22-year-old Travion Harris and 17-year-old Alonzo Simpson were both taken into custody Thursday. Simpson's mugshot at the Dallas County Jail has not been made available yet. A 3rd suspect is still wanted by police, 19-year-old Gregory Ellison. Edwards' mother doesn't recognize any of their names.
I don't remember seeing none of them. Them the boys he hung out with when he left the house.
Dallas police say the 7th grader's death was at the hands of known gang members with a motive of retaliation. Dallas police say the 14-year-old was last seen on surveillance video in the early morning hours of September 25th with 6 men, including Harris, Alonzo, Ellison, and 3 others outside Grand City store off Al Lipscomb Way. According to an arrest affidavit, Ellison lured the teen to the store parking lot, and then the entire group walked 1 block to an empty field where Harris and Alonzo both shot Edwards multiple times and left. Just 1 street over, Edwards' mother says she was asleep in their South Dallas home at the time when her son left.
He was only 14 years old. It's hard. It's very hard.
The 3 other men in the group who are not currently facing charges or in custody were previously named potential persons of interest in a Fox 4 trackdown, helping investigators get 1 step closer to the alleged shooters. The mother of 2 of the men pictured contacted Dallas police, agreeing to bring her sons in for an interview. Both were eventually released. But a 15-year-old questioned identified the males in the group, but denied any involvement in the murder, claiming they were just standing with the group prior to the shooting. During the investigation, Dallas detectives did learn the day before Edwards was killed, the teen had been involved in an altercation where a deadly shooting occurred. Investigators say the next day, Edwards was set up and killed.
Like I miss him. I know that I'm never gonna see him again.
Police say the suspect, Travion Harris, was linked to another shooting around the same time as the killing of Manuel Edwards. Investigators used a firearm used in that shooting and connected it to a firearm used to kill Edwards. Now, investigators are still searching for suspect 19-year-old Greg Ellison. Police say right now that's the only suspect they're still looking for.
I feel afraid, but I feel alarmed.
Candace Fleming's alarm is for both her city and her family.
Devastated that it could be my 13-year-old son that either was perpetuating it because of a lack of hope or that was the victim because he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
She's the COO of Urban Specialists, a group working around Dallas to reduce violence, but this year has been rough. Dallas police have tallied 62 homicides this year, a 40% increase from this time last year. In the first 18 days of March, there were 21 victims.
That's crazy. That's insane when we talk about 21 people murdered in less than 30 calendar days, it becomes more reality.
People in general focus on homicide because it is the scariest of all the crimes that take place, right?
Dr. Alex Del Carmen teaches criminology at Tarleton State. He says police expect up and down months and try to use data to better target crime.
We've had a challenging first quarter. There's no question about it.
Shootings are about the same as this time last year. Police Chief Eddie Garcia added violent crime is only slightly higher.
We have to control what we can control, and our officers are in the spots that we know that violent crime exists. So we stay the course, we stay focused.
Fleming says there's no simple solution. Instead, their focus is on poverty, drugs, and hopelessness.
Violence has been with us for a long time. These root causes have been there for a long time.
Before we wrap up, I want to encourage you to share your thoughts on this issue in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates on crime trends in the city. Together, we can make a difference in creating a safer Dallas for everyone. Thank you for watching, and stay safe out there.
Like what it do, ayy. I just put a little shawty swerving and that close, ayy. Cheeky if I don't love nobody's put it on.